What up? What up? Hey guys, how you guys doing?
Good.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. We won today.
But you guys kind of get together in the second half that allowed you to pull away with that one.
Could just continue to stick together. Honestly, we've been having a rough stretch, if we just being honest. It's at that point in the season, it's them dog days, and, we just, come together, stay together as a team, come together and really know that, we keeping the main thing, and what our goals are as a team. And we know, the days that you can't find it, you got to come together even more and push each other to really, get it done.
You mentioned it. What do you think is behind that kind of up and down thing you guys have been going through since about Christmas?
It's the season. Like, NBA season's 82 games. Like, it's not going to be perfect, and, we had a really good start first half of the season, and we had a couple of rough games, and that's as expected. It's a long season. But, that I feel like those games and those losses build character. It really shows you what you're made of through the tough times when you have no choice but to face it. We had no choice. We dropped 2 games in a row. We had no choice but to face it tonight and really, lock in. And, I think tonight I'm very proud of my teammates. I'm very proud of my coaches, like everybody. I feel like we really put it together tonight and really, ground one out.
Hey, Jay, you said that it shows what the team is really made of. What is the team really made of?
I feel like it just shows that, we the run that we made in that start of December, that it wasn't, we got to keep building those type of games. That's a quality win tonight. I think they're third or fourth in the West, and just knowing that, we got to continue to build on those type of things. So when it comes later in the season, that it's not something new to us when we go through tough things, tough stretches, tough games, whatever, we can pull it together as a team and get through it.
What is your approach when you come into a game like this where things have maybe not been going so well, the offense is kind of stuck? What do you hope to bring? Just
double down. I feel like double down on the energy, double down on being that vocal leader, double down on all the little things to get us up and going, and just continue to encourage my teammates, continue to be energetic, continue to be myself, and just really double down on that. And I feel like, that's just myself. I really, and just embracing that and knowing that, we 30 some games in, it ain't gonna get no easier. We got a lot more games left, so you gotta enjoy it and double down on it, have fun, enjoy the process, and make the best of it.
Luka is Luka. Luka is Luka, but what are the challenges on the court when you're playing against someone like that?
He's the leading scorer in the NBA. He's a talented individual, and you gotta have a game plan. You gotta stick to it. I feel like he had a pretty good game tonight, but I felt like we just stuck to the game plan and try to make him work as much as possible, and try to slow him down and make it tough.
Think you're going to be able to hold off Victor in the 6th Man of the Year race?
Should it be another accolade for him? But it's cool.
You should go get it.
Me?
You should go get it. Yeah.
If I do, I do. If not, winning is just the most important thing for me right now, and just giving my teammates all I got each and every night, and putting us in the best situation, doing my job so we can win.
I was just going to ask, along those lines, Keldon, you often give this team whatever it needs, on a nightly basis, the 27 points tonight. I know you've averaged 22 in a season in the league before, but when you take everything into account this season, is this your best season as a pro?
For sure. I feel like this is my most, we've won the most, and I feel like it's no better feeling than winning. I averaged 22 in the league, and we won 20 games. I think like 21 and 22 games. So it didn't really, it wasn't meaningful as it is this year, being able to win and have success and grow with a team, and just learning the ins and outs of what it takes to be elite in a role. Really learning and buying into a system.
Along those lines, Mitch, a little while ago, had a whole bunch of nice things to say about you, and among them was just that that this is the most consistent, most efficient you've ever been in your career, and it's probably because this is as comfortable as you've seemed being yourself and in your role. What has allowed you, or as you kind of look back over the last several years, what's allowed you to take such a big leap mentally, or just as a basketball player, as a leader, all of that kind of stuff?
I would say it's just, I would give it to, my teammates. I feel like, my teammates believe in me, my coaches believe in me. And not saying that they didn't in previous years, but just the trajectory that we're trying to get to, and buying into what we're doing. I feel like it just does something different for your confidence, knowing that I'm playing for a bigger purpose, knowing that I'm playing for my teammates, knowing that we all have the same goal. When I gauge that success, I feel like, for me, it's just going out there and just being myself, like being comfortable in my own skin, being myself, regardless of what that role may be. I feel like just buying into that, being myself, being that energy guy, bringing that spark to the team, and really buying into that. I really don't have no pressure to go out there and perform, because I know I'm going out there every night, giving everything I got, because I want to win, but I'm playing for a bigger purpose. I'm playing for my teammates. I'm playing for my coaches, and knowing that they have the utmost, trust and confidence in me, just, it puts your mindset at a different level.
I got a slightly less serious question. What went through your mind when you saw Victor kick those basketballs out of the hoop, and do you think you can do that?
I know I absolutely cannot do that. For a fact, I know I can't kick the basketballs. My leg doesn't go that high. That's impressive. It was crazy. I feel like he tried it the time before that, and I was like, try again. But it was pretty cool. But that's Vic for you.
Your career kind of defines the pounding the rock philosophy for the San Antonio Spurs. Do you ever think about that philosophy and how it is manifesting in this moment throughout how your journey's been?
Definitely, for sure. I feel like, when you look at my career, I've had the highest of the highs. I feel like as a young player, I had a lot of success, and then, as the culture changed, you got to adapt. And I feel like it took some time to be able to adapt into a role that I'm in. I feel like, if I was to say okay, it's easy, I would be lying. As a young player, you have success early on. You score a lot of points in the NBA. It takes a lot to be able to sit back and understand that, all right, you take your ego away from it and you say, okay, what do I need to do to be able to contribute to this team? It took its ups and it took its downs, but I feel like my coaches and the organization never gave up on me to be able to develop as a young player, on and off the court. I was never perfect. I was never, just the perfect child. I had times where I struggled, being able to adjust to a different role, but they stayed with me and they had my back, and to be able to, just now it just shows it's all worth it. It's all the hard times, it's worth it, and it'll be plenty of more hard times in the future, but to know that, I can do it. I really feel like, I proved to myself that I can do it, and that I can really perform and help this team be good.
All right, thanks, KJ.
No problem.
Thank you, sir.
All right.